You're good. No, you're good the way you are. All right, Coach Parker, 47-7 win today over St. Augustine. That's got to feel good.
Oh, absolutely. Any win feels good. I think people just don't understand how hard it is to get one victory. To put it together and kind of go through the week and come on the road with it and do it. It always feels good, and I'm happy for the guys and the coaching staff.
Now, we know the story about Jada Byers. This is a return day for him, but we also have to talk first, I believe, about Curtis Allen. 151 yards. This is the second game in a row, I believe, that he's had over 150 yards.
Yeah, we was all happy to see Jada back today. He got a few carries. That was kind of the plan going into the game. But of course, just like last week, we relied a little bit more on Curtis. And he did exactly what we expected of him. So I'm happy to see him play. And again, those guys up front are doing a heck of a job by moving people and just playing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy with what happened today on offense with that.
Defensively, Armani Burden, 6 tackles, 3 quarterback hurries. Almost a shutout today.
Well, defense actually pitched the shutout. I'm happy to see that. But on the board, it doesn't necessarily register like that. So but those guys pitched the shutout. Didn't let those guys get in any. Played a heck of a game. Those guys been doing that all season. So Coach Porter, Coach Brown, Coach Rogers, Coach Evans, Coach Goob, all those guys on the defensive side of the ball are putting together extraordinary game plans. And those guys are just getting their guys to do it. And those guys are playing a heck of games. So I'm happy with what the defense is doing.
13 points the first game of the year, 13 points the second game of the year. 7 points, 10 points last week, 7 points today. 4 out of the past 5 games has been less than 15 points.
Absolutely. Like I said, those guys are playing extraordinary, and I'm happy to see that because we knew what those guys can do on that side of the ball. We got a lot of guys that are playmakers over there, and it's too many names to even call out. But you look at the stat sheet, everybody's making plays over there. So I'm extremely happy with the way our defense is playing. The numbers show that we have a good quality defense, and the play shows. So anybody that comes to see us play, they know our defense is going to get after it.
This is the first game of the year, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. On grass.
Our first game of the year on grass,
Yes.
correct. So we did a little bit of adjustments during the week just to kind of knowing that we were going to play on grass this week, but I think at this point in the season, it's kind of just about playing. We wanted to make sure that we didn't necessarily get a delay in weather or rain or anything that we've already had this season. So just to kind of come out here and play at 1 o'clock, it was a beautiful day, and I was glad to see our guys get out there and play some good football.
Elizabeth City State next week. How is that looking?
It's the next game up, so we'll get a few hours to enjoy this. We'll probably enjoy most of it on the bus ride. And once we get, back to Richmond, it's kind of time to start working on Elizabeth City State. So, that's kind of where we are with that.
All right. Thank you, Coach. Armani Burden. Let me ask you, you had 6 tackles today, 3 quarterback hurries. How was this game in your mind?
To go out there as a defense, execute the game plan. The game plan is always to stop the run, earn your right to rush the passer, and I feel like we did a great job of going out there consistently, stopping those guys, getting 3 and outs, and getting good field position for the offense.
Now, this game, like we were talking with Coach, defense actually pitched a shutout today.
Yes, sir.
Only score that they had was a fumble recovery that they ran back, got lucky on. So is this the best game that the defense has played so far?
It's definitely one of them. We had some real good games where we held opponents to -6 rushing yards, 30 rushing yards, but this is definitely up there with one of the best performances from the defense so far. Yes.
What is the mindset now? The season is half over. What is the mindset going into every game?
The mindset is to pick it up one more gear. You start off neutral. See what your guys can do. Try to execute the expectations of the defense. Now we're just trying to pick it up one more level, hit that next gear, really get in stride, and continue to pitch more shutouts, stopping the run, and earn our right to rush the passer.
How important was this game following the game last week? It was in a tropical storm. At least the weather was a lot better today.
The importance of this game had nothing to do with last week. Like we say, the next game is always a big game because it's the next game. So we take it 1 week at a time and try to go 1-0 after every week.
What about next week?
It's a big game because it's the next game. We're going to go 1-0, stop the run, earn our right to rush the passer, and get the offense good field position.
All right, Armani, thanks a lot.
No problem.